Hello everyone, going to be doing another walk in the wilderness today, just a nice relaxing one. It's actually my birthday, I'm 23, so I thought what's a better way to enjoy the day, just to get out in the wilderness, cook up a bit of a picnic and just have a beer and watch the view out across the Thames. So that's what I'm going to be doing. We're down in Bowers sort of like in Essex along the Thames. Behind me is a church, St Margaret's. That's where we're starting off. It's nice to look around the churches of the places you visit. They always give you a feel for that sort of countryside character of the area that you're in. It's a nice place, this nature reserve we're going to. It's RSPB Bowers Marsh. We've got all the stuff, so we're going to get walking and get snacking. So let's go. So I've got a new camera that I'm trying today, the Osmo Pocket. It's really small, it's cheaper than a GoPro, and the quality, it's HD, it's professional, it's an excellent little portable camera, and it's even got an inbuilt gimbal, so it's all stabilised. And I'm using a wide angle lens on it at the moment for these shots where I'm talking to you, because I thought that might sort of a bit less in your face, you know, no one wants to see my ugly mug for too long. But, you know, I thought I'd give the wide angle lens a go to give it more that wider field of view that you get with cameras like the GoPro and stuff, but with a better quality. So I've come across this little sign here. This tells you a bit about the history of the landscape around here. It's a place that I really like myself. I live just over the water on Canvey Island, and I live right on the sea wall, so I'm used to sort of looking out across the marshes and stuff pretty much for my whole life. So coming out here, it's a really nice place opposite on the marshes to come to relax and stuff. You've got great wildlife out here and stuff, great views, and it's away from civilization. So this sign here, it tells you a bit about the history and stuff, and it says that this whole area actually was flooded. It was marshland right up until the 17th century probably, when it was drained and turned into fields. But before then, they actually had sheep farming out on the marshes here. You can see this picture over here, which sort of shows what the area would have looked like. And you had like these little wicks, which they called them, little compounds of farm buildings, a bit like this, and they would have been spread out on the marshes, and they would have taken their sheep down the path in front of us here. They took them out onto the marshes to graze on the wetlands which the sheep like, and when obviously the tide came in, obviously the sheep couldn't stay there because they would have drowned, so they brought them back into the higher ground. So that's a bit about the history of the area. So here we've got a tree with some lichen growing on it. And, you know, it might not look like much, but it's actually a sign that we're out in a really nice, isolated natural area, because the lichen actually only grows on places with really clean air. That's the only place that, you know, it can survive and stuff. So, to celebrate birthday celebrations, we're having this Brewdog Clockwork Tangerine. It's an IPA. It's citrus flavour. I don't know if it's actually been flavoured with citrus fruit, tangerines or anything, or if it's literally just what they're calling it. But I opened the bottle. Unfortunately I forgot the bottle opener, so I had to use the Swiss Army knife to eventually prise it open. But gonna give it a taste. That's actually really nice, that. It's just like your sort of standard IPA. It's quite palatable, but it's got a nice sort of orangey taste to it, a bit of an orangey flavour. So yeah, I'll definitely buy that again. And we've got a stunning view ahead of us out across the Saltings here, and we can see right over to Corriton Oil Refinery and the docks out in the distance if you look over that way. So as a snack we're having this Mr. Noodles, which we've eaten once before. It's actually really nice, just like these, well, they're instant noodles, but they're actually like a good filling little meal. And they've got like this sort of vegetable flavouring, like a powder that you add to it. So they're kind of like pot noodle on steroids. They're like pimped up pot noodle basically. So, you know, they're a bit healthier, a bit nicer. We usually put some of the Marsh Samphire in here, but there's none of that around here today, so we're going to have to just have it as is. But we've got our beers as well, so we're still treating ourselves. So the noodles all done, nice and hot, to give them a taste. Actually really nice. I'm not a fan of pot noodles at all, really artificial tasting, but this, it's actually quite natural. The noodles are like proper sort of egg noodles. We actually had to cook the noodles properly, so they've soaked up all the juices, and the vegetable flavouring is actually really nice and not too strong. So yeah, great little hot meal really. Cheers. For dessert, we've got this plum jam that comes in the British 24-hour operational ration. And we've got the shortbread biscuits that I've bought from the shop to have it on as our sweet treat. Because the oil refineries and industrial works near here, back in World War II, there was a lot of bombs dropped all over the fields and the marshes in this area. So actually when they built the RSPB Nature Reserve here, they had to have surveyors coming in and they had to scan all the land here for unexploded bombs and stuff like that. And it says here, on this little caption, that they did actually find a 500 kilogram bomb, and they had to detonate that before they could actually start making the nature reserve. And you can see a picture of it right there. Crazy stuff, you know. Who knows what else could still be knocking around these marshes. So here we've got a few of the windmills that they've put in. They've actually built these out of metal, and they are modelled on some of the windmills and stuff that they use out in the deep south of America. It gives a really cool sort of vibe to the land here. I really like them. I think that's a good design choice and an unusual one. You know, I mean, the whole sort of like oil city, the Thames Delta. Don't know if you've heard of Dr. Feelgood, a local band. They played the sort of like the Southern American blues and stuff, and they used to call this area the Thames Delta for a bit of fun, because it apparently looked a bit like the marshes and stuff out in somewhere like Louisiana or something. But you know, now it really does, because they've actually got the same windmills put in with the nature reserves, and I think that's a really nice little touch. It really does sort of make you feel like you're in another country when you come out to these marshland areas.
Paper boy hollering extra, have you read the news? Shot the brown, I love, I got them walking blues. I keep on walking, trying to walk my trouble away. I'm so glad.
So that's going to conclude our visit to Bowers Marsh today. It's been really nice, actually, really nice relaxing walk. It's not been too bad. We've been around the whole marsh, we've walked the full circuit, we've had the beer, we've had the food, and we've had the biscuits. You know, what more can you ask for? It's a really nice sunny day as well, despite we haven't got obviously too many days left of the summer. So, you know, I think we're going to head off now. But cheers for watching, guys, and wherever the next adventure takes us, I'll see you then.